Hey YouTube, it's ICU, and a lot of people have been asking me to do a review for the iPad 2, so here it is. I'm going to give you the review. So I'm just going to take the smart cover off of my iPad 2, which is my favorite feature, by the way. I absolutely love this smart cover. Basically, it attaches magnetically and it locks your device when you close it, and it also functions as a stand as well. So I'm just going to lock it and show you guys that it does lock. There you go. And what you can do is you can take it and fold it back in on itself like that, and you can use it as a stand. So I absolutely love the smart cover, and it's not necessarily the smart cover itself, but that the iPad actually has that ability to lock when it senses the magnet, which is right there. So it is really awesome, and it does open the doorway for a bunch of third-party companies to bring some really neat cases to the table for the new iPad 2. So what you'll also notice is that this attaches magnetically right there, and you can just take it off just as easily as that, and it just instantly snaps on like that, and it auto aligns and it does not leave scratches. So that is really nice, and it is awesome. Now this is 33% thinner than the original iPad, and I'm going to go ahead and get my iPad and show you guys a comparison. Alright, so here is the first generation iPad, and I'm going to show you guys what they look like when I put them together. So it is, again, 33% thinner, and it actually does not have an edge. It is basically just a rounded surface there, and it is also incredibly lighter. It is 15% lighter, and that actually makes up a huge difference. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but you can definitely tell when you are holding it, and also it is just super thin. I mean, in comparison, when you take this and you're holding this, and then when you go back to this, it feels like you're going from, I don't know, something like a feather to a brick, basically. It's hard to explain unless you actually hold it, because, again, it is just such a huge difference in weight and also in thickness. So I'm just going to go over some of the hardware for it now. It is basically exactly the same as the original iPad, however it does have a slightly different form factor. So there is the switch to either lock the rotation or to toggle silent mode on and off, volume rocker, and then down at the bottom we obviously have the dock connector right here. And one thing that I did notice that gets kind of annoying is when you plug in the dock connector, it actually sticks out just a little bit on the back right here, and it leaves some of that metal exposed, and the reason for that is because it actually does have that curved surface back here. Now, its speakers are pretty small, however it does deliver some nice rich sound, and it is pretty good. I haven't actually played any race car games or anything with a bunch of bass yet to determine if it produces that same acoustic resonance that the original iPad does. However, I'm sure this one meets the iPad in that as well, the first generation that is. Now it also has a back-facing camera right there and a lock switch right there. So the back camera is the equivalent to what is on the iPod Touch 4th generation. I don't even think this is a megapixel, which is actually quite sad. However, it does shoot 720p video, so that is pretty nice, but again, it does not shoot really good still pictures. It also has a front-facing camera right there, and it comes in both black and white. Now it does come in 18 different versions. It comes in the 16, 32 gigabyte, and 64 versions, and also it comes in the same exact things for both AT&T and Verizon. So there alone we have 9 different versions, and also on top of that you've got black and you've got white. So that's what makes 18 total different models, and from what I can tell, they are completely sold out from every single store, and they are trying to get more in and trying to ship them out and make them as fast as possible. These things are just super awesome, and they sell really quick. So this thing has twice the amount of RAM as the first generation iPad. This one has half a gig of RAM, and its bus speed is double as well, so that means its RAM actually performs not only twice as fast as the first generation, but also twice as good. So it is more than twice as fast as far as snappy response time goes, and it also has a dual-core processor, which at times actually performs 3 times better than the first generation iPad. I was actually looking at a graph just the other day, and I was completely shocked at how fast this thing was in comparison to the first generation iPad. Now, I have had this for almost 4 days. I got it on Friday, and I mean, the battery is amazing. It still has that 10-hour battery. However, because I turn location services off and push notifications, I get a longer battery life out of my device. So as you can see right there, it still says I have 21% battery, which is absolutely amazing, and it didn't even ship with 100% battery. It shipped with something like 88% battery, so that's awesome. This thing has the best battery life out of any mobile device out there, laptop, tablet, anything, you name it, phone. It's got the best battery life, and basically nothing can compare to it. Because if you try and get a bigger battery in there, you will definitely increase the form factor of it and definitely add on a bunch of bulk to it. So that is where Apple really excels. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a quick test for how snappy this thing is. I'm going to just go to, I don't know, a game for instance, and it loads really fast. I mean, this thing is faster than the iPhone 4. It has the same amount of RAM as the iPhone 4 actually. However, again, because its bus speed is more, it performs better than the iPhone 4. And also because it does have that dual core processor, obviously it performs faster as well. So this is just a quick sense to how fast and snappy this thing is, and I can instantly switch between applications basically. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a demonstration. I am just playing one game here. I can switch to another game here, and boom, it is back up and we can go and continue playing. Now I'm just going to switch to the other can game, and now I am on Safari. So this thing is really fast, super responsive. I'm just going to show you guys Safari really quick. It's just more of the same thing basically. It's identical to the first generation iPad, and also it does still support that same resolution on the first iPad. No Retina display here, however, it still looks amazing, and obviously it does look HD because again it is HD, however it just does not have that Retina display, and in order to actually get a Retina display on this, it would be crazy because it would actually be higher than 1080p if they did end up doing a Retina display. So that's probably the main reason why Apple didn't do that, and it would also cost a lot of money to make it Retina. However, what I have noticed is that because of the updated graphics card in it, it performs at 9 times the graphics capability as the original iPad, and that means everything looks better on it. So again, I absolutely love this thing, and I would recommend it to anybody who can afford it. Again, it does start at $500, so it can be out of some people's price range. I did get the 32 gigabyte one, which is $600, and again, I would like to thank everybody who helped make this possible by donating to me. Again, you guys rock, so thank you so much. This has been awesome and a great experience, and I really love my new iPad too. So be sure to let me know what you think about my review down below in the comment section, and also rate this video up. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button there to get more great videos. So until next time, this is ICU signing out.